Hello and welcome to Call of Cthulhu. I am Junior, and even though it doesn't say it on the screen, that's what this is. I pre-ordered it because it looked awesome from just what I've seen so far. And you'll notice I haven't even started the game to see how it runs. So we're gonna do that in the empty slot here. Let's see. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. My God, we've already got the alcoholic, pill-riddled detective story with a troubled background. Oh, this is going to be fun. So this is obviously a Lovecraftian style game with hopefully very Eldritch things. Thanks, subtitle. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, can remain sane to the hideous end. I didn't catch all that. Oh, this is a lovely way to wake up. A shark! I just played Vampire on my own time Saturday night? Sunday night. Sunday into Monday night. And this reminds me of that, but I played 11 hours of that game, but hot damn. Let's see. I brought the sensitivity way up. That looks fine. Give everyone motion sickness right off the bat. Alright, let's go. So, we awaken in a deep, dark cave of death, misery, and decay. So, it's always a good sign. Barracuda? Oop. I should be able to control my screen a little better. But I don't want it. Okay, keep in mind, me. A's interact. Alright, yeah. This ever-looming fog, I don't think is a good sign. Slide up some items in order to interact with them. Well, I found a very eldritch light. A hurricane lamp. That just sounds badass. And bolt cutters. Hey, I know where I can use some of those. 2 places, actually. It's not really breaking and entering at this point.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Thanks, Cthulhu. Glad you're making an appearance right away, actually. Alright. Left trigger to run, right trigger to... really brighten up the world. Oh, hold it to do that. Do the monsters fear light? Ooh, okay. Ah, yes. I went in a very small circle, but a circle nonetheless. For reasons of exploration, I guess.
What a putrid offering.
Me or the orca? And all of this. Are you happy about said putrid offering? I don't know the will of an elder god, I think. Ooh. My eldritch lore is never...
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Why do I need to know how to run now, huh? Why have I been chosen?
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Sure, why not? That sounds like a plan. Oh. I thought we were gonna David Jones it. And that
I hate whiskey.
I mean, I don't like maple whiskey, but that's a story. That's a story for a different time. Oh, man, what an opening sequence. I was going to mention how everything looked less human than I expected, but hey. So, now that we've gotten through that, I got two things. One, I may or may not have gone through a certain website called TeePublic and put up one of the many phrases that has actually survived the longest amount of time on this channel. The "Good job, me!" Ow. The "Good job, me" shirt, or the saying, is now on a shirt. Man, I'm butchering my own self-promotion. So yeah, by the time this video goes up, it's probably going to be 48 hours left until the new design sale of 30% off is over, so hit that up if you so want. You're not obligated to. I kind of just did it because I wanted it. Why do I have to defend myself, huh? Regardless, the second thing is my brother has asked me to point some people in the direction of him and his friends for their band. And you're going to love the name of this. It's the Moist Boys. It's spelt a goofy way, but they have a couple original songs, they do some really cool covers, and they have a Facebook page, so links to the shirt and links to the band are down below. Go check them both out, and tell them I says hi. Anyway, on with the show of...
I wonder why I still take these things.
Of sleeping pills in a strange glass vial. The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to this nightmare. The nightmares. But for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Oh, left stick to just rotate. I figured I could tilt it up and down. Ugh, sorry, I had a burp there.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Do you live in your office?
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
No. I mean, kind of. You're courageous for keeping the order?
I used to be an avid reader.
I mean, more books than I own, so yeah. Ah. I don't get the hurricane lamp here.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Okay. I'm going to look around everything in my room and remind myself what they all mean.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
I like the Eldritch text behind case close. The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me for weeks after the investigation had been closed. The wife left with the girlfriend. It should be a little obvious at this point, right? Is there an actually living world out there? Oh, I've got frosted glass windows. Oh, thank God. I didn't like that song anyway. Oh, good. The game saved. Interesting point to have that happen.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Well, isn't that lovely? Ah, the doctor can well repeat me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from the unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? It's Cthulhu! Classic rotary phone. It's cool.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
You gotta...
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce.
The mic's over
I'm
there.
Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Ah.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
What? Oh. Oh. Okay. There is a skill tree, I guess. Okay, I can't change my base stats, it looks like. So, we're going to be... We're gonna be with psychology. And we're gonna be good talkers. Oh. Great psychology. Oh, spotting hidden would be better. There. I'll put the last one in good speech. Validate? Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Of course I hang up like that.
I'm coming.
At least I have a normal face in the waking world. Is that the priest? A priest? Don't know, but that's a kick-ass
Sir,
undershirt.
I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave
Alrighty then.
anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen
Webster?
Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
Yes.
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead.
That's
Even you
unfortunate.
must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
Yeah,
I've brought all that I have.
that's a
Look,
that's a
I want you to look carefully
painting.
at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
It looks pretty cool. I would absolutely... Why is it stuttering?
What am I supposed to find?
Oh, well.
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right.
Obviously.
I'll look at your picture.
Great.
That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
When did you have a file on you? Okay, examine the file. I can do that.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. Ooh, what a lovely town. Maybe. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting! Yeah, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live on a reclusive life there with their only son, Simon. And like Skyrim, I can just turn one photo and everything and all the glue slopping off of it carries everything. Okay, now the painting. I would hang that if it didn't have the people. Oh, I gotta...
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
I don't know. I want to know what's in Warehouse 36.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think
Okay.
your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Okay. Alright. Yep. All I need to know is about Warehouse 36, and I can do the rest of the case. I swear it. Oh, I can't. I was, during that cutscene, I was doing that. He's obviously already drunk. So, let's see. Read about mental fragility.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt
Yeah.
a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things?
Called
What do you mean by that?
hallucination? Yeah.
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce.
She was
We
psycho.
must find out the truth about her life and death.
Well, assuming that everyone here doesn't know about the Eldritch, naturally, that screams mental psycho cuckoo nuts. Something's not right? Yeah, sure.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile.
Yeah.
I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Act of Cthulhu, perhaps? I already know that based off of the whole where did she live. I know that based off of the Warehouse 36, the Darkwater, and something in that old thing. So that's all the information I need.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire.
Yes.
Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Yes.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dark water. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Is it the one that sticks out the most? Something tells me that guy knows that I need to accept new cases.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
A speakeasy. Oh, I know what a speakeasy is. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. Also, the word folly. I've never known what that meant. So. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. Oh, Speakeasy Tavern. Okay. But when you already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Item obtained, case solved.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Interesting.
But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Why? Atlas of Atlantic Islands. Okay. A strange thing to have. Well, not necessarily, but... You don't know about something right off the coast of Boston? Couldn't you just stand on the... Well, maybe not, depending on how far out it is. Couldn't you just stand somewhere nearby and look and say, land? Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such native and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Did he have a tentacle face? Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and that weird story of their small land off coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port.
Great.
I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
All right. Leaving for Darkwater. Let's do this. I gotta press and hold. Okay, Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. This place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Okay. Alright. Going to Mysterious Island right after having dreams of being touched by a mysterious tentacle face monster, hand monster tentacles, and many touches. Make of that sentence what you will. I just noticed it says enter madness. I have so many string instruments I think I know how to play, but have no idea how to play. Okay. Is that a whiskey, sir? No, that's a cigarette. Looks like the tip was already ash before he lit it. Ah! Cyanide Studio. Now that is a name to love. For name alone.
We're almost there.
Thanks, James. You're not creepy in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Oh, the whaler ships. Of course. Them some big barbs on those harpoons. All right.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
But what about me? Did I just ferry over with the first port sail?
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
You, apparently.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Ah, yes.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Ah, man. Am I in Boston? I gotta go to the bar, have a drink. And he's the harbor master. Don't forget your keys. Nope. I'm gonna stop that accent as I go because me and accents not usually the best thing. Let's read this.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Okay. I suppose this isn't a speakeasy then? It's just a straight up bar. Okay.
Hey, be careful.
Oh. Dick measuring contest.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
He started it. Hold to test eloquence. Oh.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way.
Perfect.
Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Fair enough. Well, straight to the point.
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see,
He does know.
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why?
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
Yeah.
But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I'm not going to say anything about Prohibition because that's probably a good way to piss that guy off. Tell me about Darkwater. Actually, why the Stranded Whale?
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy.
Yeah,
The
it
name,
happens.
it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Yeah.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Yeah, that happens. What do you know about the Hawkins?
What can you tell me about her?
About Sarah?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Well, at least you are... Oh, psychology. I did level up my psychology to start.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But
Success.
Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Strong. Well, come on. There we go. I'll just hold it.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that.
Oh.
We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things?
Her?
Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you
Maybe.
feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
All right. Yeah. I'll do that. But is it true?
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Maybe. I wouldn't drink that much, but hey, I like the song those guys are singing. Yeah, you guys, the song those guys are singing over there. For me, they're like right over here.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Let's get a drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Nope, not gonna ask him.
That'll be all for now.
I went to the bar. I gotta stop doing that. I should probably investigate Miss Smoke the Long Piped Cigarettes, but another time. Yup. Thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circled the island. Personifying clouds! I have been drinking all my life. Alright. Well, there we go. Wait, does that even show up right? Oh, it does show up right now. I do like that cursor. But we're back to without it. So, that's the first look of Call of Cthulhu. I like it. I really do. I'm intrigued. I really am. And, for now, it's going to take the place of silence because my genius decided to record the entirety of Chapter 2, and that ended up being like 2.5 hours long. And a lot of it is all filler, and I don't want to try and go through and cut it all, so I'm trying to push it out of my mind, and when I forget how Chapter 2 went, I'll come back to it. But going back to this, I like it. I like the whole art style to it. It's kind of... how would I describe that? Describing art itself isn't always great. I would probably be wrong. Oh. I like this image. I like the art style. I'm not going to try and describe it because I'm no good at that, but I like it. And I'm confused on the faceless guys at the beginning, but Nightmare, possibly Vision from our friend in the back there. Anyways, That does it for this episode of Call of Cthulhu. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're new here, why not subscribe? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, and also be sure to check out the shirts, and be sure to check out my brother's thing, and thank you, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I have no control of the boat, so we're just gonna let this play out. Look at that. Well, that guy's definitely... Oh, they're both dead. Sorry, Wilhelm. That guy's creepy.